Nuclear has always had this profile, right? And the reason why it never became bigger than it did was because there was significant social, cultural backlash. And the anti-nuclear movement was extraordinarily strong, which really put a massive damper on that thing. Has that gone away? Or do we now have new technology that mitigates all of those previous concerns?
I don't think it's gone away. I just think it needs to remain in context, and I think the industry needs to continue to focus on it. But at the same time, I think a lot of the concern, the social concern of nuclear is probably somewhat misunderstood. The two biggest ones we hear all the time, of course, are safety concerns and concerns about what we do with the spent fuel, the waste of nuclear reactors. Those are definitely concerns. The tragedies that befell Chernobyl and Fukushima, cannot be forgotten. But at the same time, putting nuclear in context for unit of energy makes it one of the safest over the life of nuclear energy sources of electricity that we can produce, right in par with wind or solar. And being able to store nuclear waste, I think in some ways is a bit of a solution rather than a problem. If only we could capture the carbon from coal, for instance, and be able to store it. Now, again, that doesn't excuse the industry from having to have safe ways to protect the cast of storage. Many of those are highly protected. They're protected against earthquakes, tornadoes, you name it. But there's a reason why there hasn't been a significant tragedy or concern related to storage of nuclear waste. And that's because the industry is very focused on it. I think the biggest issue of nuclear has actually been cost, economics. It's very costly to build a nuclear plant up front. There's a lot of overruns. There's been a lot of delays. And I think for investors looking to put money to work in this space, they need to find players, utilities that have a strong track record of being able to build out that capacity.